Hello everyone, it's Omae and welcome back to the brand new video. Today I'm going to tell you guys how to get PC emulator and play One Piece Treasure Cruise very smooth today and reroll 3 accounts at least at one go so you can get as quickly done as possible and get straight into playing and enjoying the game on its 12th anniversary. So here I am on a reroll account. Well, technically not a reroll account, but yeah, you can get insane legends like Emu, the new Luffy, new Rumble Ace, new Shanks, Marcus Mars, V2 Saint Saturn, Zoro versus Nustro, Garb Kobe, Zoro versus Lucci, etc, etc, new Blackbeard, new Buggy, all these amazing characters, right? So let me show you guys. We can get these rerolls done really quick. So I'm gonna need you guys to go over to your browser on your laptop. Now I'm pretty sure this works for both Windows and also for Mac. So search up Mimu emulator. This is a reliable emulator that, since the recent bugs with emulators that started around New Year's, through it all, this emulator has never stopped working. It's a really reliable one. There's a lot of settings here that I want to talk to you guys about to make sure that you have the most smooth experience possible. So continue watching. So go to Mimu's website, the official one, which is right here. I'll put the link in the pinned comment and description just so you guys know you're going to the right website and not a fake one. So Mimu Play, the most powerful Android emulator. Enjoy ultimate mobile gaming experience on PC with outstanding performance. So download the latest version. This will be a installer. And it doesn't really matter if you're on Windows or Mac, it's the same installer. So you use the setup. I already have it installed, of course. It's 131 megabytes. After launching this .exe, you will download Mimu. Now, next up, during the setup process, you guys should have the option to install the multi-instance Mimu. So if you go to your search bar here and search up Mimu or Memu, whatever you want to call it, you should have the option here called multi-Mimu. So click on this and you'll have the option to have multiple instances of the emulator installed. So this is how we are going to do that. Very quick rerolls, 3 at once, or even more, based on how much memory you have on your computer. There are ways now that we can reduce the performance per instance, which will allow you to do multiple accounts, at least 2, even on a potato PC, right? But you can click here, new, and then just click the one of thumbs up. It'll essentially install the new instance on the same Android version as the previous version that you installed. So this will make it so that you don't have to install a whole new operating system for the second instance. So this is the best for your storage efficiency. So what you want to do is on Mimu, go to your settings here. And if you are on a mid to low range PC, change this to medium or even low. If you're on a really bad PC, put it on low. If you're on a somewhat okay PC with a graphics card that isn't the integrated one, then you can put it on here. This will use more of the CPU and more memory. So I guess that doesn't really matter for your graphics card. Now, one big thing now, this happened to me as well. When you install Mimu first, there's a lot of on-screen glitches. And depending on what kind of PC you have, that can also happen to you. So the only way to fix this is to go to the settings here and change the render mode to either DirectX, Vulkan, or OpenGL. So whatever one isn't working for you, just change it to another one and it will completely fix everything. So just test that and see which one is compatible with your device. And as you can see here, the emulator does not use root. You can activate it, but this is not a risk to your Treasure Cruise account because it doesn't come rooted. You can only activate that. So don't worry, this isn't a shady emulator. It just works really well with OPTC. You can also change the resolution. So of course, put that at 720p so that you have the best experience possible. When you install it at first, it will be widescreen, not vertical, as you can see here. So all you need to do is change it to the phone setting. And you can also restrict the frame rate to make it a lot more performance friendly. So there's a lot of different options here for you to be able to get these rerolls done very, very efficiently for your account. So that's about it. You can also put hotkeys here, but that's for your preferences, if you want to have the back button a special hotkey on your keyboard, this will allow you to exit quests very quickly when you complete the quest. So if you're farming like Golden Pound Usopp on Extra Island and the quest finishes, but you don't want to click the button to finish the quest, then you can just click this hotkey here for the back button, and that will allow you to get through interfaces very quickly. And that's not really a macro, it's just a hotkey. You are still putting the input in, so it's not violating anything in Treasure Cruise's TOS, right? So that's about it. Let me just launch 3 multi-instance Memus just so you guys can see that it will all run perfectly fine with 3 OPTCs set up. I'll have a separate video in the coming days once the 12th Annie Aurora Gem Sugufest goes live, showing you guys how insane new rerolls can be with fresh accounts. So also leave a comment on the previous video if you want to, on the previous summons videos, if you want to enter the giveaway and win the accounts that I showed at the start there with all the insane legends, right? And like level 150 emu, etc. So I'm just going to keep this on medium settings. OpenGL works the best for me. I do have an NVIDIA GPU, so if you're in a similar situation, you probably want to put it on OpenGL. Otherwise, I'm very aware that Vulkan is the best for stability. So if you don't have a graphics card, it's very likely you're gonna have to use that one. But that's enough mumbo jumbo. Let's just restart Memu. Of course, if you change very dramatic settings, you will have to restart the emulator. But let's see how we can run with 3 OPTCs. Just for reference, let me show you guys what my specs are. I do have my recording software activated right now, so that is using a lot of my performance. Also, Memu does have like one ad that shows when you open the emulator, but after that you won't be bombarded whatsoever. So just bear with these dumb ads. It's just one. You can skip them as well, so it's not going to interrupt your gameplay. Don't worry. So yeah, very easy to skip that. We can open Treasure Cruise, and then we can actually activate what? I cannot speak. I'm lagging, bro. You can actually activate the multi Memu from your original instance. Here we can open up both of the other 2 ones. This will probably destroy my device. I do have pretty good performance here. As you can see, 24 gigabytes of RAM. This is my CPU, which is easily the bottleneck on my PC. It's quite weak. The GPU, I have both integrated graphics and a 1650. It's also one of the more weaker graphics cards. So yeah, as I said, recording software is activated right now as well. I have the browser open, so we can actually close that. And then you guys can see the exact performance we're going to get. So this might actually crash the recording. I really hope not. OBS is looking fine though, so. But once again, I do recommend putting this at low, because my RAM, even though I have all 24 gigs, is getting maxed out with the settings. So definitely put it on low. But I think I can survive here without it. So let me just fully activate the games and we can see how it's gonna go. Also, do remember that even if you change the setting to low in one instance, that won't apply to the other instances. So make sure to individually change these to low. So yeah, let me quickly show you guys. All of these 720p, because that one was actually on 1080p by default, phone setting, and low settings. So I'm going to do this to all instances. As you can see, while recording still, also the reason the home screen on the right hasn't changed is because you need to update your app. That changes the home screen. But either way, here we have 3 instances of the app up at the same time. Okay, we are seeing a bit of performance issues, but at the end of the day, it's looking pretty good here. We activate all 3 at the same time. Now remember, you don't have OBS running, recording a video. So, and as I said, my specs, even though they're not terrible, they are way worse, like multiple times worse than modern day specs. The RAM isn't really a problem. The memory, when you change that to low settings, it really doesn't use up much. So the main thing is the CPU and your graphics card. Mainly, if you have a good central processing unit, you will be fine to do so many of these rerolls at the same time. Only 13 of my 24 gigs is being used here, and most people will have at least 16 gigs. And that's also taking up a bit from my recording. So yeah, this is quite impressive for the fact that I am recording and my PC specs are a bit on the weak end, especially when it comes to my CPU. So you guys definitely will have an easy time when it comes to rerolling on at least two. Like when it comes to two accounts, it's going to be lightning fast, no lag. Especially since you can limit the frames to 30 FPS, which might be the move. But even for a lot of people, 3 accounts, if you have like a really good PC, you can probably run 4 accounts at the same time. So if you are wanting to reroll on a new account for 12th Annie, this is going to be the strat, guys. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about the MEMU emulator or performance issues, ask me down below. I'll try to help you. But with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, and I'm out.